Hello students. A PDF for the first chapter in mathematics has been already provided to you on the portal, and now I am going to help you out with this audio file. The topic for the day is set. This topic has been covered in class 7th also, but we are going to rediscuss it. Before we actually start talking about a set, let's first talk about a collection. A collection can be understood as a group of objects, like a collection of boys. Now in this example, I am not specifying that who are those boys I am talking about. This leads to a confusion that whether a particular boy is there as a part of that collection or not. A set, on the other hand, is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. Distinct objects mean that no object must be similar to any other object in that collection. The collection must be well defined. That means there should be no confusion that whether the contained object is a part of the collection or not. For example, A is equal to, within curly brackets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a well-defined collection and each element is distinct. Now, the question that pops up in the mind is, what is an element of a set? So the objects which are there in a set are called its elements. So in the above example, the elements would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We can say 1 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A, etc. Usually, we denote sets by capital letters like uppercase A, uppercase B, etc. while their elements are denoted in small letters like lowercase x, lowercase y, etc. If x is an element of A, then we read it as x belongs to A. And if x is not an element of A, then we are going to read it as x does not belong to A. The representation of this is provided in the given PDF. Now, how to actually describe a set? So students, there are two ways of describing a set. The first method is called a roster method or a tabular form. In this format, we just list the elements. Remember, no element in a set is repeated. As I have told you earlier, every object is a distinct object. At the same time, there is no specific order required, which means we can write the elements in ascending, descending or any random order. For example, A is equal to, within curly brackets, 1, 2, 3, 4, or B is equal to, within curly brackets, A, B, C, D, E. The second way of describing a set is called a set builder form, which is also known as a rule method or a description method. In this format, instead of listing each and every element of the set, we are going to list the properties that are going to be satisfied by all the elements of the set. For example, if we have a set A equal to, within curly brackets, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the set builder notation of this set will be A is equal to, within curly brackets, x such that x belongs to n, where n is a set of natural numbers and x is less than 5. In the same way, I have provided a number of different examples for the roster form and at the same time their set builder form. So please go through these examples and try to understand them. So now we start with the actual discussion of the exercise, the image of which has been provided in the PDF given to you. So here we start with the first question. Remember, these questions are to be attempted by you in a fair register, so that we are able to complete a part of the syllabus too. So the first question, which says, which of the following collections are set? Let us discuss the first part of it, which says the collection of the positive integers that are less than 6. Now, if we talk about the positive integers, we all know they start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. And at the same time, they have mentioned that they should be less than 6. So we all are well assured that the numbers would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So yes, this is well defined and each element is distinct. So we are going to take it as a set. If we see the fourth part of the same question, the collection of the integers that are divisible by 3. Again, we know that there are integers which are divisible by 3. That means if we divide them by 3, the remainder will be 0. So these integers are going to become the elements which are going to be distinct from each other, and then they are well defined. So it is also a set. The other two parts of the same question, that is part 2 and part 3 of the question, which is the collection of big cities and the collection of rich people in India, will not be considered as a set. The reason being, we are not sure that which cities or who are those people we are talking about. We are not sure about it, so it is not well defined. So they won't be taken as set. This is how it goes. In question number 2, there is a set given to us and there are 6 elements in it. And we need to mention whether the given statements are true or not. Let's see the first part, which says 6 belongs to A. This happens to be true. Why so? Because 6 we can clearly see that it's there in the set. In the last part of the same question, that is part 5, 6 belongs to A and 8 belongs to A. Though the first one is fine, 6 is actually a part of the set, but if we see 8, it is nowhere in the set. So this makes the statement false. Moving ahead with question number 3, where we have to represent the set in the roster method. Remember, in the roster form, we are going to list each and every element of the set. So let's attempt the second part of question number 3. It says the set of the angles of a triangle ABC. Remember, whenever I am going to talk about a triangle, the name explains it. Triangle means 3 angles. That means there will be 3 elements in the set. And they are angle ABC, angle BCA, and angle CAB. All these 3 angles will be listed as elements within the curly brackets. This is how we represent it in the roster form. Moving ahead with question number 4, where we have to mention the collection in the set builder form. Attempting the first part of it, which says the set of the even integers between 11 and 21. That means all the even numbers which are there, the integers which are there between 11 and 21. Even numbers are the numbers which are multiple of 2. So I know if I multiply 2 into 6, that is going to give me 12. Similarly, 2 into 10 is going to give me 20. So if I have to represent this in set builder form, I am going to write it in this way. Within curly bracket, x such that x is equal to 2n, where n belongs to uppercase I. Remember, uppercase I or uppercase Z is a representation of the set of integers. And at the same time, 6 is less than equal to n is less than equal to 10. This is how it is going to be done, and it clearly explains all the elements in the given set. Remember, we have listed the property which is satisfied by all the elements of the set. So hence we will be able to write it in this form. Similarly, there are rest of the questions which can be attempted by you after this explanation. Now, my suggestion is you complete all the 7 questions, at least attempt them, and I am sure you will be able to complete them. And until you get the next assignment in maths, complete your work and take care of yourself.